Ethiopia was rocked by a record 10 earthquakes in just 24 hours this week, raising fears of recurring tremors in recent weeks. According to U.S. Geological Survey, the multiple quakes ranging in magnitude from 4.3 to 5.1 on the Richter scale occurred around Fental volcano in the Awash region of the country's main Rift Valley. The risk of a new volcano eruption in this part of Africa Rift is now higher than before, because the most likely cause of the quakes is a shallow magma intrusion, which in turn can easily break the surface and produce an eruption. The strongest quake recorded was a magnitude 5.1 in central Ethiopia at around 1:20 a.m. on December 30th, with the tremors felt as far away as capital Addis Ababa. It marked a troubling series of seismic events in Ethiopia region around Mount Fental, where repeated earthquakes have terrified communities and raised concerns among experts about possible future natural disasters. So, at the moment, Ethiopia is facing a whole lot of issues. On one side, Ethiopia is having internal security issues. On one side, Ethiopia wants to have access to sea through Somaliland, which Somali is vehemently against it. And Ethiopia is carrying out a whole lot of developmental projects that will reposition Ethiopia on the path of success. And this is the last thing Ethiopia needs at this point in time. But be it as it may, it has happened. May the people that might have lost their lives or lost their lives in these quakes, may their soul rest in peace. But Ethiopia government must do whatever it takes to step up their game at this point in time. To do whatever it takes to take measures that in the nearby future, such national disasters or natural disasters does not happen in Ethiopia anymore. This is to equally add to the problems that Ethiopia is having already. So the government of Ethiopia must go all out, do whatsoever it takes, that in the nearby future they can avert earthquakes in Ethiopia, or that if they cannot totally stop it, they will take measures that in a way that it will not affect their country. The way that if those measures are not taken, it will affect them totally. Because at this point in time, Ethiopia is confronted in all fronts. So Ethiopia must do whatsoever it takes to protect its country from natural disaster, to make sure they resolve the tension they have with Somali. And Somali on its own should try to be their brother's keeper by allowing Ethiopia to have access to the sea, because Ethiopia is landlocked. So Ethiopia will be able to export their goods and import the goods they need. Yes, because on one side, Somali said that Ethiopia is violating their sovereignty by having the MOU they signed with Somaliland January last year. But on the other side, Eritrea that broke out of Ethiopia, Somali is doing business and other things with them. So Somali for once should trade on the part of Mother Africa and do whatsoever it takes to find compromise with Ethiopia, so Ethiopia can have access to the sea. It will help Ethiopia in solving some of its problems and finding solutions to other problems.